Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot, oracle, and rune reading for the week of July 17th to the 23rd, 2023. Your rune that came out is Weird, and this is the blank rune. There's nothing on it. It did come out face down, which is really significant because this is one of those runes where if it's the only rune in a reading, which it is, and it comes out, it kind of gives this message of like, what will be happening this week? You wouldn't believe it if I told you. You know, it's just something that you're gonna go through. Some very unexpected things might happen or come up. And it doesn't have to be in a bad way. It could be really good unexpected things. It's just very neutral message here, saying that there's gonna be so much new, faded things happening for you that it's something that you just have to live through and experience to understand fully. It's not necessarily something that can come through in a reading like this. Like, oh my god, this energy, I feel it so heavily in the collective right now. And this rune came out for another group as well, I believe Cancer. Yeah, I believe Cancer also had this rune, which is interesting because you're both cardinal signs, so you're very similar. Aries and Cancer go kind of hand in hand sometimes. But, and you know, I've just been feeling it so hard in the collective, even in my own life, like just unexpected things that there's no way a reading could have picked up on. Like the other day I found out that someone I was really close to, who was like kind of newer to my life, but like really, we were close and we were growing and it was good. We were like on a trajectory. I found out they lied to me, or lied in general to everyone, about something really big about themselves. Like, can you imagine if you've known someone for a few months and you're hanging out like every day and you're like besties at this point and still obviously building trust, getting to know each other, and then you found out that they like didn't tell you what their actual name is, like the name that they gave you was a fake name. Like weird stuff like that. I feel it so heavily in the collective at this time. And I've been seeing it all around me, and it's coming through in this upcoming week's reading. So that's why Weird came out. And you know, it's funny because even the name is weird, spelled W-Y-R-D, I believe. But it's just weird stuff's gonna happen. I guess you could say that weird stuff's gonna happen. You can't necessarily predict it. So I'm really excited to see what comes through in the tarot, because it might give us some indications, but maybe not. I don't know. Next, we have the King of Fire coming through. And I use this tarot deck as an oracle deck because the artwork, the messages are so meaningful here. And this is you know, King of Fire, Queen of Fire, that is you. So you're definitely in your power this week. And I feel like we're coming into a really good season for you. So this is the last week of Cancer season, right? And then starting the 24th, I believe, is when we enter Leo season, which is a fellow fire sign. I noticed that fire signs tend to do best during like fire seasons, and water signs, water seasons, you know. So especially if that's your sun sign, okay? If you're an Aries sun, you're coming into a really good time, not this week, but the week after. And so I just see you getting really prepared this week, taking back a hold of your life, Aries. You know, you might have had some setbacks, or just, you know, like been trying to find yourself and experiment, explore, kind of in this kind of more lackadaisical type of seeing what's out there type of energy. And this week you're like coming back into, you know, your power, a schedule, and knowing what you want and going after it, and kind of just like tackling your ambitions. Does that make sense? So I see you really in your power this week, which is awesome. You could also be connecting to some other earth signs who help elicit this energy from you. Or earth signs? I meant to say fire signs. They could be an earth sign though, since I accidentally said that. So earth or fire signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? Those signs might be significant, and they may be people who inspire you to do better, be better for yourself, and keep following your dreams and ambitions. So that is beautiful. We also have from the Energy Oracle this week, of course, the third chakra, which is, again, very fiery energy. This is confidence as well, and also action, like taking action, being more active, exercising, like getting out there, dancing, really being in your masculine energy. I'm feeling that. And masculine energy is the energy of doing rather than thinking. So getting out of your headspace, getting out of this healing, reflective, psychic energy and into just doing, completing, getting things done, living life, you know, putting yourself out there, taking action. So it's a beautiful, productive, sunny week for you, okay? Let's get into this tarot. First card out for you is the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, there is some frustration in the past few weeks and months by a lack of progress and success when it comes to your personal ambitions. You may also have been a little bit distanced socially from some people in the past few weeks and months. And so that kind of sense of frustration may be influencing why you're so productive this week, because it's like, you know what, I'm ready for the success. If we look here, she's on a stage, her arms are up, spotlight is on her with this wreath of laurel, which indicates success. Like, she's very successful. She's receiving public acknowledgement. She's on stage. She is living her best life, okay? It's in reverse, though, which shows, like, this feeling in the past, like, I should be there. I should have been doing this. And also, this orange here shows me, like, sacral chakra energy. So maybe being publicly acknowledged for something you're really passionate about, okay? For something that you do a lot, that you're really good at. You know, maybe you're an artist or hobbyist of some sort, or maybe you are really actually into the job that you have, and you know, you've been noticing like coworkers get promotions, raises, success, whatever, and you're like, I actually love this stuff and I work the hardest. Like, so I don't know, I see that being a frustration from the past. Second card out, the Devil reverse. This is a wonderful card to get in reversed, guys, because you're breaking out of manipulators, okay, first and foremost. Also just like toxic energies in general, addictions, procrastination, addicted to other people, trying to find happiness outside of yourself. Okay, I see you breaking out of that, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be real with myself. I'm gonna level with myself here. I have been searching for happiness outside of myself, in relationships, in distractions, in this and that, like, trying to find myself through various means. And it has never led me to a permanent sense of fulfillment and contentment in life. It was just this constant high and low. I'm talking like from your perspective, okay? From like your higher self's perspective, I'm channeling that. Okay, I have been experiencing these highs and lows, and they're high and low because it's not sustainable. I get these highs from distractions, whatever they may be for you, okay? People, dating, addictions, if you have them, or some type of like, I don't know, I keep saying distraction, some type of distraction, which causes this spike of like feel-good hormones, dopamine, all that good stuff, serotonin. And then it dips because it's unsustainable, because it's outside of myself. And you know what? I'm going to get serious with my life now, and I'm going to put in the hard work in order to get my life together, to achieve this happiness from within, okay? Achieving my goals. And really working hard to get myself to a place where I feel really comfortable and content. And it'll be hard work, but I'm going to do it this week. So beautiful shift in how you're thinking. Third card out is the Tower. Oh my gosh, complete change. 180. 180. This, you know, this might be the weird rune. Unexpected. I was not like, that's shocking. I wasn't expecting that. And I keep thinking back to what I just told you earlier about like someone who was shaping up to be a really good friend of mine, finding out they lied about something really huge about themselves. It just keeps coming back into my mind, and like this unexpected shift, like I'm spirit channels messages to me through my own mind and memory sometimes, and I just keep thinking to like different times in my friends' lives where it's like they just got hit with like unexpected news, and it's like sudden. I'm seeing something like that maybe happening this week in the Tower card here. What I want to say here is that whatever this thing is that's coming through, and for some of you, this might have already came through this week that you're watching, and it's just still on your mind as you're watching this video. Whatever it is that was sudden, unexpected, Spirit really wants to clarify to you that this person or this thing is not stable, not something that you can grow with, okay? That's just what I want to say here. Like, if this is a sudden, unexpected truth being illuminated, or lie being revealed, or someone acting totally out of character in an inappropriate way, and it changes how you think about them, Spirit is saying, pay attention, because it's not sustainable. You know, we're breaking down, we're illuminating these truths here, because it's not sustainable, you know? Storms always come through periodically, and spiritual storms come through periodically the same way regular storms do as well. And they tear down any relationship, any situation, any job, anything that isn't built on a healthy foundation. So we see that happening here. An unhealthy behavior, relationship, or pattern being torn down. One thing I want to say here, guys, Aries, is that you have spirit guides and ancestors. They're so funny to me. Like, they're saying no one can lie to you. No one can. We will always reveal the truth. Like, that's how heavily we're working with you. Like, you are surrounded. So if there's anyone in your life who in the past, like, a truth was revealed, or like who they truly are shockingly revealed itself to you in the past, or if it does in the future, the Spirit's saying that was us. Okay, we helped you there, because ain't no one is gonna be putting a mask on for you, Aries, because we love you. You know, we'll rip that mask right off their snotty little face. Okay. You'll see exactly who they are, because we're protecting you. Okay, second row out. Fourth card is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, guys, get out of your head. Get out of your head. Get more into action, okay? One thing I'm seeing here, Spirit wants you to ground yourself this week by being productive, being in your King of Fire energy here, you know, making a plan, taking action on it. If you ever see yourself getting caught up in your head, Spirit wants you to repeat this mantra to yourself, okay? I'm allowed to be in my head right now, but what is something that I can do that will help me form my own happiness from within sustainably? What is something physical that I could do? Okay, because remember that cycle where you're finding happiness outside of yourself. Spirit is saying, like, don't try to sweep your emotions under the rug. Allow them to be there, but as they're there, do something physical that will bring you closer to your dreams. So for example, like if you're renovating a house and that's your dream and you keep procrastinating it, getting in your head, and then you get sad, so you distract yourself by like going out to the bar or whatever. Spirit's saying, be in your head, be upset, and then paint these walls. You know, fix the holes, fix the cracks, fix the foundation. Like, as you're sad and crying, whatever, fix this house up, okay? Take physical action. You're allowed to be sad, but do your gosh darn laundry. You're allowed to be sad, but get to the gym or take a run. Like, you're allowed to be sad, but work on your business. Create more paintings, create more music, create more clothes. You're allowed to be sad, but, you know, and then do this thing that you know will bring you more happiness. You know? Spirit's saying, like, you're not spiritually weak for being sad or upset or feeling lost because you don't have money or you don't have health or you don't have love in your life. Like, that's normal. I would be sad too, okay? That's normal. Spirit's saying, like, it's normal. So stop distracting yourself from the problem with temporary band-aids of dopamine that you find in, like, dating or food or drugs or alcohol, whatever. Center of your spread this week is the Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, drop in all the stress. To me, you know, this is an interesting reading. I actually want to see the card next to this, though. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. For many of you, you're either single. Some of you may be letting go of someone or have let go of someone who was just... It was like, what's that phrase? The straw that broke the camel's back. That just came to my mind right now, so... I feel for some of you, it was like you were making a lot of excuses to keep either a habit or a person in your life, okay? And this habit or person, whatever it is, was the distraction that we were talking about earlier, where it's like you're just, instead of resolving the actual issue in your life that's making you unhappy, you're trying to fix it with like a temporary band-aid. You were using this person or this habit unknowingly, using it to make you temporarily happy, but like it caused these shifts and divots in your happiness. It was very unsustainable. So Spirit is saying here, center of your spread being Ten of Wands reversed, you made a lot of excuses to keep that person or that habit in your life. And this week there may be something unexpected happens that it's like it's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like, you can't make excuses after that one. Like, it's glaringly obvious that this isn't gonna work, you know. So whatever that is what it is, you know. Like, for example, say your thing was drinking, you know, and you made excuses like, oh well, it's okay to have a drink here and there. Like, I don't drink that much, whatever. You know, I'll just catch up on work tomorrow. You had all your excuses, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like you go out one night and you get absolutely obliterated to the point where you like fall down a flight of steps and break your leg. Now it's like, all right, you know, maybe like that's the straw that breaks. Well, I guess that's more than a straw. That's a little dramatic. But, you know, it's like there's no more excuses anymore. It's getting out of hand. Like, the proof is undeniable that this is a bad habit because now I am literally injured. Or like if you have been just dating to distract yourself from actually focusing on what you need to focus on to make yourself happy, it's just like that person may like lie to you, or like you find out a sudden truth, or like, I don't know. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to predict anything bad from happening. I don't usually predict things like that. But I'm just saying, like, this week it feels like mentally you're getting serious with yourself again and seriously focusing on you and your ambitions, your hobbies, your goals. So, all right, final row, we have High Priestess reversed. Okay, yeah, you haven't been listening to your intuition. But we already kind of saw that. The reason why you've been in your head kind of stuck thinking, using your logic too much, like to rationalize keeping someone or something in your life, it feels like, that is distracting you from your success. Very similar reading to Pisces, actually. We have the Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. You reap what you sow. I'm seeing a shift here to putting in, I just see the satisfaction this week of like putting a dent in your to-do list or making some serious progress in something, which is great. I love it. And we have the Page of Cups coming out. Beautiful. New love, new creative offer here. I'm seeing an offer coming through. An offer that feels really nice. It feels really sweet. Has a lot of potential to grow into something more. And you know what? I never realized this ever in this deck. I just realized in the corner here, there's a pig with wings. And it's like that saying, you know, oh yeah, that'll happen for you when pigs fly. And it's like here, it's like when pigs fly, you know, it's like a dream that you had or have that's really big. It's happening for you this week if you allow it to. Like, that'll happen for you when pigs fly. And it's just like you're perceiving exactly how you can make it happen for you. And this week is all about taking action on that plan that you see. You're a visionary, okay? You see the path ahead for your ambition or your dream life very clearly. Like, you already know what you have to do. The work is already cut out for you. It's just a matter of doing it at this point. And Spirit's saying, like, get out of your head and just do it, you know? I see you really breaking away from giving excuses for not doing it, okay? And distracting yourself with things that are not aligned with this higher vision. So you're getting real serious about your manifestation journey, guys. I love it. Thank you for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. If you want to help me out, the simplest way to do that is like this video to help boost the algorithm. Comment how this resonated down below, or just leave some positivity in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want to help me out more in depth and support me more in depth to support this channel, you can leave donations. Link to that is always in the description box. All the money that is donated goes back into the channel, into things like tarot decks and technology and different things that I can do to help get this new channel off the ground. Or you can get a personal reading with me one-on-one. Spiritual life coaching session with me one-on-one, or I also sell a goddess energy intention oil, all of which on my website spiritpsychic.org. Link in the description below. I can't talk now. Bye, guys.